Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. I hope everybody's doing really well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Libra out there. So guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that in a general reading, the energies can reverse. So get in where you fit in if it is resonating with you. As always, Libra, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? Libra. All right, Libra, you're starting out with the Knight of Coins in the reverse. You have the Four of Swords and the King of Swords in the reverse. All right, so you're kind of pulled back. I feel like you're healing. You're kind of taking a break here. I feel like you might be feeling a little stuck right now. Yeah, so it doesn't appear that you're getting out a lot or doing a lot. You're kind of healing. You're thinking about things. You're taking a break. Yeah, you look emotionally exhausted is what I'm seeing. With the King of Swords here in the reverse, I feel like your vibration has been affected a little bit by this, whatever it is you're trying to heal from, and all this stuck energy here. I also feel like there is definitely somebody you either don't have clarity with or you're not talking with. You could be angry with this person as well. I do sense there is some anger for some of you. Let me see who's in your energy. You're definitely up in your head though. You're kind of stuck up in your head thinking about things. Let me see. A lot of mental energy, which is not surprising because you are an air sign. Show me who's in Libra's energy. Show me who's in Libra's energy. All right, we have the Magician. You could be dealing with a Gemini. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So this is somebody who has recently gone through a ending, a breakup. It could be with you, or it could be, outside of this, but they're manifesting their own happiness. They're manifesting a relationship here. A family. This is somebody who is very focused on their own happiness. So I do feel like they're a strong manifester, very strong. You could be dealing with a Taurus as well. But this is somebody who, in spite of an ending, is really seated in a very emotionally content energy. Let me see the energy between Libra and this person. Four of Cups in the reverse. This was a missed opportunity. Yeah, this was a missed opportunity here. There was a failure to see the value in the connection. And I feel like you're kind of stuck in this energy. You're stuck thinking about this. You're stuck feeling like this has been a missed opportunity. This person in your energy, it does feel like is manifesting their happiness. And so I feel like they're kind of trying to release and let this go. Let me see what's affecting it. The Ten of Wands, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems in the connection, and you're pondering this. There's also an energy of not talking. I definitely feel like you're not talking with this person. There's a lack of communication. And so this person in your energy is really focusing on their happiness. They want a loving relationship here. This is what they're manifesting, but I feel like they're having a difficult time creating that. Between the two of you, there's a lot of problems here, though, that are weighing this connection down. There's a sense here of not feeling valued, not feeling appreciated. Let me see the outcome. Show me the... Yeah, we can't take all those cards. Let's try that again. Show me the outcome at the end of the week between Libra and this person. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords reversed, and we have the Seven of Coins. So there's still going to be no communication here. And I will say that this person that's in your energy is patiently waiting to see what it is you're going to do. I feel like this person planted seeds. I feel like they feel that they've planted seeds of happiness within this connection, but there was something that bogged this connection down. There were so many problems within this connection. The way you handled it was to withdraw. You withdrew. You're silent. You're definitely in this I am not talking with this person energy. You have a lack of clarity. There's a sense of anger that's here. And I feel like this person is kind of patiently waiting. They could be waiting for you to end something elsewhere as well with this Hierophant in reverse, but they're waiting for communication. And in the meantime, they're very focused on their happiness. So, bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. That's communication, and it's also a little bit of spying. So there could be... you could be checking up on this person, following their social media, or, you know, looking at, you know, where they're going and coming if you live close to each other, or if you have friends in common. You're definitely curious about this person. You're definitely trying to figure out what's going on with them. So I'm going to tell you, they're over here manifesting happiness. They're manifesting love and family. They're manifesting, you know, everything that they want. And they're waiting to see, well, is Libra going to wake up? Is Libra going to, you know, decide to talk to them? So let's clarify. Now, guys, I'm a Libra too, and I would have to say that, and I've dealt with a Libra, so in the past, and I would have to say that in that scenario, I would be on the opposite side. So most of the Libras that I read for, I feel like the energies are reversed for you. So that does happen frequently in my Libra readings. So, and I attribute that to the fact that I was also involved with a Libra. So just take that for, you know, however it resonates for you. But let's clarify. Spirit-wise, the Knight of Coins in reverse. Oh, well, your card just flipped all the way over the desk and onto the other side, so I have to go and get it. Hold on just a minute. Okay, Seven of Swords reversed and Judgment. All right, so the stuck energy is revolving around deception. There's some sort of deception that was discovered. So either you discovered deception on their side or you feel exposed in some manner. But there's definitely been deception here. And there's stuck energy revolving around that. Somebody made a really bad judgment call with regard to this. And Libra, it's showing up on your side. Again, if the energies have reversed, please reverse them. I also feel like, Libra, you would like a reconciliation with this person. However, I don't see you valuing the connection in the way that you should. This also involves that poor judgment call. So that's why this has been a missed opportunity, because there's been deception. Whatever it is has been discovered. There was something lying, cheating, stealing, something. It's out in the open, so you will know whatever it is. I also feel like, you know, you're not really like coming forward and letting this person know that you do want a reconciliation in this connection. Show me why the Four of Swords is here. All right, we have the Queen of Wands reversed, and we have the Hierophant. So over here we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So yeah, this is showing up as you being involved in another connection, or, you know, being involved with someone else. You may have tried to bring this person in as a third party, and I feel like that failed. That's the problem. The problem is that this person is not wanting to be involved in a third party situation. So you've kind of withdrawn. I don't feel like you're being very communicative, even with the person that you are involved with. You could be dealing with a Taurus that you're involved with, or you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just have a lot of passion that is unrequited with this person in your energy. Why is the King of Swords here? I don't see you taking any action towards this person. There is a sense of being overwhelmed with, you know, taking action, not really knowing what it is that you want to do. And so you're just kind of sitting here in this stuck energy. Well, that's not helpful. There's some scattered energy, too, that I'm feeling. Why is the King of Swords in the reverse? King of Pentacles reversed. Page of Swords in the reverse. So you may be feeling like you're stuck in another connection and you don't quite know how to get out of that. There's a sense of a lack of clarity. So you're just kind of sitting in it. Yeah, there's no action. You're being very silent. You're angry. You don't know what's going on with this other person. You're not talking with this other person. I'm definitely getting that there was unfaithfulness. Because we have the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. That does indicate dishonesty. It indicates somebody who may be unfaithful in a committed connection with the Hierophant. And it also does indicate a preoccupation with finances and money, but not in a positive way. So I feel like you're kind of in this stuck energy over here, Libra. So let me see. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Empress. So let's see who is in your energy. Show me the Magician. Why is the Magician here for the person in Libra's energy? Show me the Magician for the person in Libra's energy. Again, you could be dealing with a Gemini or just somebody who is a very strong manifester. And they're definitely in a very high manifestation mode. All right, we have the Strength card in reverse. And again, the Seven of Pentacles. This person is being very patient. This person is manifesting. They're patiently waiting for their manifestation to come through. In the meantime, there is some fear that is in their energy here. There's a fear here that they're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting. That it's not, their manifestations are not going to come through. Yeah, because I feel like this person has been manifesting their happiness here, this Ten of Cups, for a long time. And I feel like they want that Ten of Cups with you. This person has been very patient. Let me see. But they feel disrespected with the Four of Cups in the reverse. This person feels like this may be a missed opportunity, but they've been waiting to see, will this come through? Will you look at them and this relationship and value it? Will you see the value in it? Why is the Ten of Cups here? All right, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. All right, so yeah, this person is really creating balance in their own life. This is somebody who is generally very happy, and they're also very generous. This person, they may communicate with you. In fact, it looks like they may have already communicated with you. If so, this person has communicated or will communicate that they want a balanced, equal give and take, that they want to be happy. So I feel like this person has either communicated with you or will. And if they do, it may come rather quickly. It may come out of the blue. It looks like it's an impulsive move. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? Why is the Hierophant in reverse? Five of Swords reversed. And the Hangman. So Libra, you have somebody that's waiting to end conflict with you, and they're also waiting for you to end another connection. You have the Hierophant in the upright. So it appears that you're in another connection. You tried to bring this person in as a third party. They're saying, no, I'm not having anything to do with it. Your reaction was to pull back and say, okay, fine, well, that pisses me off, and I'm pissed about it, and I'm pissed that I got exposed here, and so I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to mull this over. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to sit in my thoughts. And this person is being very, I mean, they have three cards of waiting. What are they waiting for? They're waiting for this commitment to end that you're currently in. They're saying no to third party. They're waiting to end a conflict. So there must have been conflict between the two of you, because this person did speak their truth. about wanting a equal and balanced connection. And I feel like now they're just in this waiting mode. They're waiting to see what you're going to do. Let's see the energy between the two of you. Why is the Four of Cups here in the reverse? You're both kind of feeling like this is a missed opportunity. Why is the Four of Cups in the reverse? King of Swords. Knight of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. All right. So you love this person. You feel that you love this person unconditionally. You would like a reconciliation with this person. I feel like you've lied to yourself quite a bit about this connection, and you've been entertaining other options. I also feel like, you know, there is going to be a moment of truth between the two of you. There is going to be communication here. I also feel like you're kind of coming back into your power a little bit. This person, if they haven't already reached out to you, I do feel like they're going to. And again, I feel like this person's going to reach out rather spontaneously. It looks like that's already occurred, though, for most of you. But everybody's on different timelines. I do feel like this, whatever this person has had to say, they're being very patient, and they're kind of waiting to see, well, what's Libra going to do with this? You know, there is some fear involved, but mostly they're just manifesting. They're manifesting communication, and they're waiting to see. It's a very laid back energy that this person has. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or you could be dealing with another Libra, a Gemini, which is very strong, or an Aquarius. But I feel like you're kind of in a state of confusion. You don't even know what to say to this person. You've been in this stuck energy here for so long. And I also feel like you feel very exposed, like you feel this person sees right through any deception that you may have had here in the past. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Fool. So even though you're not acting on it, you want a new beginning with this person. I see it in your energy, Libra. You want to take a leap of faith. You want to take a risk with this person, but you're not actually doing it. And why? Well, you're not even talking to this person. There's confusion about how to go forward with this. You feel overwhelmed by, you know, by the idea of taking this risk. And so what do? You just kind of recede back. You sit in this other connection that you're really not happy with, and you are refusing to act on it because you feel overwhelmed. It's almost like you're up in your head. You get up in your head and refuse to take the action necessary for what it is you want because you overthink it. Well, this person's overthinking as well. They know what they want. They're very clear on what they want. They're manifesting it, and they're sitting here thinking, you know, is it ever going to happen? There just seems to be so many problems here. So they're kind of up in their head too. They haven't given up on the relationship or the connection here. But I feel like they've taken a very strong stance, and they've let you know what that is as to what is acceptable in their life and what isn't. They're not coming in as a third party. They want something equal. They want to be happy. They want the happy relationship, the full emotional contentment, not a piece of it. And so this person's like wondering, you know, is Libra ever going to take this risk? You know, are they going to stay in this stuck energy? Are they even going to talk to me? Let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Libra. All right, we have the Emperor in the reverse, which is interesting since the Empress was at the bottom of the deck a few minutes ago. This could be a divine connection or a deep soulmate connection. We have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Pisces is very strong. And then we have the Four of Cups. Now, here it's in the upright. All right, so I don't see either of you actually taking action on this. This is a situation that kind of spun out of control. You're wanting this new beginning. You want to take this risk, but you overwhelm yourself with your own thoughts. And so you don't take control of the situation. This person is not going to take control of it. I feel like this person in your energy is waiting for you to do that and feeling as if you are just basically refusing to. You're overwhelmed and you're not doing so. I feel like by the end of the week, this person is still in this waiting energy. They're trying not to think about this connection, but the more they try not to think about it, the more they do. They're waiting to see, are you going to end this other commitment? Are you going to come towards them? You know, the seeds of happiness that were planted here in the past, are you going to actually act on it? They are learning from the past, but they feel extremely disrespected here. They're wondering if this, you know, if this is actually, if you're going to ever see the value in this connection, you know? So I do feel like this person is just in kind of a waiting mode. They're being very patient. But I don't see this person actually being the one to take the action here. It appears that the action is on your side. How are you reacting to it? Well, you're still not communicating. You're still in a state of confusion. You're still in stuck energy. I feel like you don't quite know how to get out of another commitment that you're in. You lack clarity, but you do know that you love this person. So knowing that you love this person, you are still not communicating it. You're not taking control of the situation. So I do feel that you're kind of choosing to love this person from afar. And it's really based on stuck energy. It's based on feeling overwhelmed. So yeah, that's a tough read. Tough read. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It's showing me that there's a desire to communicate something here, and yet you don't do so. There's no offer being made. You are curious about this person. You may be wondering also if this person is involved with another person. That did not come out in the reading, but it doesn't mean that it's not the case. I do see you doing some low-key spying and trying to check out, but there's just nothing being offered here. And it's literally, Libra, because you're feeling overwhelmed, unwilling to take action. So let's pull an oracle card. All right, so we have number 15, and it's called Fragment. So let me read that for you. Give me just 1 second. All right. Family, friends, work, study, activities can all seem unrelated to each other. But my child, you are always whole. Even if at times things feel separate and fragmented, that is only an illusion. Choosing this symbol reminds you that all the moving parts of your life are important. If the one you're asking about seems confusing, focus on the one that brings you clarity. Be here now and know that you are loved and you are seen as beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things seem. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be looking at only one piece of a giant puzzle, a fragment of the truth. See the big picture, and no matter what, know that all is well. Yeah, so if you're compartmentalizing things, Libra, and feeling like one thing is not affecting the other, that's just not the case. So you have to kind of pull back. You have to look at the whole picture and focus on what is going well, what you can work out. This will help you to get out of this feeling of being overwhelmed. Work on that situation and allow these other pieces to kind of come together, because they all are connected. All right, I hope that this has been helpful, Libra. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel And until I see you in your next reading, Libra, know that you are loved, and namaste.